idea about what you are expecting from this workshop. So, yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything to be discussed on this? Please let me know. Otherwise, I will straight away go to the session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I will right away go to the session. So let us have a quick look on what is Google Apps for. What are the Google Apps that can be used for classroom? Okay. Yeah, I will start from scratch, but not very beginner level, because all of your teachers. So I think you will at least know something about it. So I'll quickly go through. Anything has to be explained further, please let me know. We can interact and we can discuss. You please use the chat box very friendly. I need not, you can call me my name. In fact, not like we are all peer groups. Okay. So basically, when we go for some kind of this program, actually what I intend, what I aim is, I also have to learn something, right, from you also. So learning is not a single way process, I believe. So if you have anything additional to tell, please feel to interact. Okay, that is all. Okay. So uh, we have we are very familiar with these all kind of apps. If you see this kind of icons itself, you know the name of this icon. First one is Gmail, second one is Calendar, third one is Google Drive, fourth is Google Meet, and the below you can say some kind of document, Google Doc, Google Spreadsheet, Google Sheet, Google Presentation. Okay, then Google Sites, Google Form, and Keep. These are the more productivity tools that we can use for classroom. There is a bundle also. Google is constantly trying to get a platform like learning management system like platform. So the beginning of that is nothing but Google Classroom, but that is not an elaborative, that is not an extensive LMS. But you can see in couple of years Google will be able to produce kind of stuff which can be used for teaching or teaching and learning experience. They will improve that. Okay. As a disclaimer, I would in fact say Google is not a one-stop platform to do classroom kind of objects. There are different many kind of tools and platforms. One is like Microsoft has enough number of platforms and convenient tools for making the classroom more effective. Microsoft Teams is one of the best tool, and Microsoft also has this kind of cloud level platforms for Google, I mean Microsoft Word, etc. I am not an advocate of Google. I am not actually promoting Google Apps kind of thing. But to the end, I think at least some of you, otherwise all of you, would be having a Gmail account and will be very usual on Google platform than on other platform. So I decided to take this particular session as a starting stage of this FTP, because to start with we have to have some lighting, right? So we are using this kind of Google Apps training program or workshop to enjoy or to experience, or at least to rediscover. At least some of you are very familiar with these tools, but you can rediscover and redo this kind of things, so that small assignment can be done on this. Apart from other tools, I think this will be very easy to cover or discuss or take on examination and get certification. So okay, so I'm not a big advocate of this Google, but even for the time being, we can have only one kind of this kind of platform which is available for all our tasks can be satisfied or done by using this kind of Google Apps. So I choose this as a platform to discuss. let me bring your attention to one of the newspaper cuttings. I didn't get the newspaper, physical newspaper, but I took that from internet, the corresponding page from internet. This is a particular news that came in Times of India. Okay, in November 6, 2019. Okay, at least I think 3 months before the corona monster has started, or they started eating our brain and culture. So this is a news from Times of India. This is regarding strict ban of mobile phone in schools. Okay, this was released in Trivandrum. So government has decided to strictly enforce the ban of use of mobile phones during working hours of schools in the state. This is not a independent kind of news that came in newspaper or in our society, but you can search in internet and you can find from 2017 or 18 onwards, different universities and campus have enforced or they put a strict ban on the mobile phone and internet kind of resources while the classroom time. Okay, as an irony, you can see the same news media coverage that came in September 18, 2020, just 1 year after. Government should provide free smartphones to all school children. It is said by an NGO. Okay, we have to ensure a smartphone to every student who are studying in some kind of education institution. Okay, that is a irony we can see from or we had from the destiny. We can say that is even as destiny. So after corona has started, the whole education has transferred to a phase shift or facelift in such a way that it drastically, tremendously changed to online medium. Okay, so before that, even you are not, even engineering colleges are not using online media, online platform as a complementary to the offline education. But after that, suddenly people have switched to online medium and online education from the offline kind of thing. So this is a phase shift or a shift of the age, shift of the century from the offline to online kind of thing. So this was forced by, even though this was forced by a pandemic, but I think this is a need of the century. Okay, this is a need of the century. We have all this kind of ecosystem which was unutilized and unutilized and say what is not being explored for the use of benefit of children. At least in higher education, people are not even aware of this kind of tools and platforms. People are doing all this right away from the paper and pen mode. So even in technical education, people are doing that from paper and pen mode. And there are some good things. We should admit that there are some good things. But now we are all away, we are shifting that from to online kind of medium. So education, the post-COVID world, almost depend on two kind of system. One is student information system, SIS, and second is learning management system. Okay, student information system is nothing but it will cover all the data of students and assessment, assignment, etc. And the learning management system not only contain all this information, but also it will contain the course kind of material, course videos, and some kind of sometimes even in the previous session, as you explained, it contained virtual lab, etc. So this is two important platforms. SIS and LMS are the two important platforms in the post-COVID world. Post-COVID, the indicator of the COVID is likely from March 2020, and it still continues. And we don't know when and how we will open the kind of, or we will continue, or we'll resume back to the good old offline mode. So the education system is transforming this kind of change. So we at least should have a SIS or LMS with us to manage the students or manage the classroom kind of thing. I think even after we transform or switch back to the offline mode, we can use this kind of SIS and LMS to manage the classroom thing. At least it's a complementary to the offline thing. This can be used in productive or effective way so that it will be helpful for the students as well as the teachers. There are two, I mean, in both way it will help. One is how it will be helping students. It will help students because it is very transparent. A student can know the status of his program or his or her assessment or assignment or classwork, etc. It is always there. Since we are providing as an e-content kind of thing, it is always there, and student can there is no divide between the students. Even a person doesn't attend a class, after the classroom, if you provide the lecture note as online, he can follow or she can follow if she is interested. Okay, so that kind of effectiveness is there for the this kind of online platform. So basically, in the traditional way of doing this has changed. Now everything is on cloud. That means it is stored in somewhere, not in your computer. Sometimes what happens, the day before internal has to be published, your computer has some problem, then everything is under mess. Okay, so you cannot even you have to start from scratch. So this has happened to me also in 2015. Our university has to publish internal marks. So I have everything in my computer and in Excel sheet, but the day I have to give or publish that to students, when I try to switch on my computer, it was not working. So what happened? I had to sit and or write or sit and enter my data or the data of students records from the scratch, and I have to redo that again. If it would be nice if you store that in a cloud platform, or if you attach that to a email system. That is now happening. People know that, but in that time I'm not that much. Otherwise I can say that I am very confident on my computer, so I didn't utilize that. So it ended in a mess. Okay, so if you are storing all this in a cloud platform, you can access the information anywhere. While driving, if one student asks some query like what was my marks or what was my percentage of attendance, etc., while driving or traveling, you can tell. You should not depend on your PC or computer or physical system. So this kind of learning management system has there in most of the universities and colleges, but they are proprietary. Most of them are proprietary. There are some institutions and organizations, they use Moodle kind of softwares, but even though that is free and open, but customizing Moodle and utilizing that needs some kind of skills, or it is not a steep or a slanting learning curve. It has some steep kind of learning curve. So people who are very familiar with Moodle and other thing, I also have a Moodle kind of platform to store data of my students, but still I use this kind of Google platform to do this, because it is very very easy and user friendly. You can say the task to how you say that to your friend. Simple as that. You can do most of the things. So I took the feedback from you participants. So I received that all of you are using this kind of Google Apps for your purpose. So I need not explain that. So come to the point to introduce the Google Apps. We have Google Workspace. Formerly it is called G Suite. there are three kind of G Suite license. One is for free, and second is for education. Third is for education plus. So if you are an academic institution, if you are having a website, academic domain space website, you can claim for some Google academic license, and you will be getting G Suite license for free. Using that, you can get all these kind of tools and some additional productivity tools that can be used for education purpose. So the most of the Google apps are available with some subdomain kind of things, because like say workspace.google.com, forms.google.com, docs.google.com. So you can straight away write or tell your browser to navigate to that particular page. So you just need to remember that keyword. Otherwise, what you need to do, you need to again depend on Google. In Google Drive, in Google search engine, you type Google Calendar or Google Form. Then you need to again go back to the proceed further forward to the Google Forms or Google Docs. So it is very good practice to remember this subdomain like workspace.google.com or something like forms.google.com or docs.google.com. That will ease your process. Okay, so in Workspace, all these equipments or all these apps are available for free, and it is very easy to use, and all these things are available in a collaborative mode. That means you can, if you are preparing a document for some accreditation purpose, and there are 5 people who are or drafting the document, you can share to these 5 people, and all of the 5 people can collaborate together on the document, and they can edit their own edits and make use of the edit. And if you are a owner, or if you are controlling all these edits, you can accept that edit or not. Okay, so you can have a follow-up and feedback system in the this kind of Google platforms, Google documentation. And the nice thing is it is accessible from everywhere. Anywhere you can access this kind. So the topic that we discussed today are starting from Google Calendar, Google Docs, Google Meets, some capabilities of Google Meets other than that we use now. So Google Docs and Sheets and presentation, we'll just lightly touch all these things. And as I get from the feedback, most of the teachers would wish to know about Google Forms, how to create quizzes and exams by using Google Form. I will just throw away some tips and tricks to make use of this Google Form to conduct examinations, like mathematical equations are there, or how to write that thing, etc. I will light some thoughts on that. Some easy method on that, not like the method that we already have in the internet. Okay, the easy method that I use or practice. Then we'll discuss Google Sites and Google Keep. Google Site is another platform using which you can make website. Okay, website. So this website are useful for discussing some. Yes.
Sir, somebody is making noise. Mr. Tapas or somebody.
Okay.
It's highly disturbing.
Abhi sir, can you mute him? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let us go back. So all this thing we will be discussing in a lighter sense, and we'll go a bit more advanced kind of thing so that you can use that for your classroom. And I will start with Google Calendar. In fact, all of you will be using Google Meet, right? So how you can use Google Meet to invite students? So students are there in the, their email IDs will be there. If you collect the email ID, all of a sudden you can invite all of the students at a time. They'll be receiving a notification about your class, and suddenly you can without adding them into the Google Meet, accepting them into the Google Meet, they can straight away get into the classroom. How you can schedule this kind of events by using online events by using calendar. Before that, we will discuss about how you can create a Google kind of Google contacts first of all. So based on that, you can make use of this Google Calendar. So how to schedule meetings, how to access this from everywhere, how to publish this calendar on web, so that if you make a calendar of your department and you publish on your website that you create, everyone will know about the upcoming programs and events that you have, that you are going to conduct. Okay. So this is what you try to discuss on Google Calendar. Next, we will use Google Meet. We will discuss about some capabilities of Google Meet in terms of some add-ons, Chrome add-ons, so that will be very beneficial for your purpose. Then Google Drive, some capacities of Google Docs and Sheets we'll discuss. Okay. How to use this kind of import and export Google Docs to Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, or PowerPoint. Okay. So the famous things are Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and Forms. Using these four, you can do almost all the documentation purpose for the classroom. Fine. So Google Docs can be used for using your Microsoft Word or your OpenOffice files, Word files. You can store that to the cloud. Not only you can store that to the cloud, you can do collaborative editing. You can share, and you can make use of the document to store in a way where it were edited. Okay, in a way where it would with a track of its records. So Google Sheets can be used for making colorful charts and graphs. Built-in formulas and pivot tables are there. So conditional formatting option is there, as well as that is available in the Excel sheets. So Google Slides, you can use PowerPoint presentation. Like PowerPoint presentation, you can also make Google Sheet, Google Slide presentation. You can embed video, animation, etc. There are hundreds of fonts which are supporting by Google Slides. So Google Sites, Google Forms is one other important thing that a teacher can use. We can use a quick poll and collect email address, newsletter, etc. This is not a new thing, because all of the teachers must know about the Google Form, because before 1 hour we have circulated a Google Form and get the collection. We have collected the data. The similar way we can create very fast kind of a Google Forms. So that is not a good deal, but we will discuss how it can be used for conducting different kind of examination, how you can use a password to open Google Form, etc. That kind of thing we will discuss. Then Google Site. Even though if you have different platforms, if you need to present that to a person, or if you need to present that to that world, maybe your personal website or your academic website or even your department website, you can use Google Sites. So they have changed a little bit, but we will go through that to get a kind of publishing or showcasing your data. If you construct a Google site with some kind of information containing your lecture notes and lecture videos, etc., that will be beneficial for a student. Apart from this Google Classroom, it has vivid number of presentation and appealing kind of view. It will look like a website itself, so that people will be more interested to view. They need not have this kind of class code, etc., but straight away they can do a lesser level of hierarchy. If you have, you can go for Google Site. If you are teaching a group, focusing on a group, you can go for Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a collection of all these tools. It contains Google Docs, Forms, etc. So Google have nicely collaborated all these tools together to use for the classroom. But there are some lacunae, some differences of this Google Classroom that we'll discuss in the workshop mode. So Jamboard is one other thing. for writing your mathematical formula or your equations or graphs by using Google Meet, you can go for, or you can use Jamboard. Next is keep.google.com, another great invention or another great product from Google. I use this personally. I am very fan of this thing because if you install this Google Keep on your phone as well as your computer, your task updates, your sticky notes, like it will work like a sticky note. You can enter your task update that will automatically synchronize that to your phone, mobile phone. So while you are using these two different devices, you need not save on the device and find and right away email that to get to other device, etc. So everything is there in the Keep. So if you have short links, text or kind of website URLs, you can just go to Keep and you can paste that to use for multiple devices. And to manage your expectation, the workshop will try to address a quick overview of Google Apps. I request all of you to log in into a workspace or in the Gmail. I think all of you have done that because you are using Google Meet. So we will all from right away onwards, we will do all these things as a workshop mode. You will do that. We'll do it together. And if you have any doubt and difficulties, or you are not getting the right thing that I am getting, you feel free to interact or discuss through the Google Meet platform. Either you can text or you can unmute mic and tell. Okay, the more productivity Google Apps we'll discuss, and we will have a hands-on experience with the calendar, forms, classroom, sites, etc. I'll try to meet the expectations as I received the feedback, pre-feedback. I did that because otherwise what we do after all this session, you will be having some expectation and I discuss something else. So it doesn't meet well. So I decided to take the your expectation first, your feedback first, and based on that, I'll try to tweak a bit on the coming sessions so that it should not affect or it should not away from the beginner, but it should not largely not useful for the advanced user. So I'll try to be in the middle of these two. So thank you for your time. I think all of you are busy teachers, so you spend this evening to make the teaching more fruitful or beneficial. I will try to make justice of your time. So I request all of you to log into your Gmail account and we'll straight away go to the workshop mode. If you have anything else to discuss, please unmute your mic and please feel free to discuss. Thank you.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, myself Anand. Could you please tell me if anything we want to install in our mobile or in laptop before starting this session, sir?
Nothing. Everything we are doing in cloud, so you need not install anything. But after some time, we'll try to use some Chrome applications, Chrome add-ons for making our Google Meet more effective, like thing. So at that time, I will discuss that. Since you are connected to internet, you can straight away do that. So now, we need not use anything else other than our Google platform. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Let me stop my presentation first. Okay, then Okay. The first thing, uh, for a beginner, I think most of you know that. But for a beginner, how to start using this kind of platforms? Okay. So first of all, if you are signing to Gmail, so you can click on this 9 dots. Okay. Here, click on these dots right away from, or just left to your profile name. So in that you can find the Google Apps. Okay. So if you click on more apps for Marketplace, okay, more apps, more Google Workspace and Marketplace apps, you can click on that. So that will take you to a page where it contains almost all the kind of applications. So now we need not do that, but I just discuss that to for the point of view. Okay. So first of all, let us try to make a contact group. Okay. So click on contacts. Click on contacts. I'll do one thing. I'll enter screen so that you can show. I can show whatever I am. Click on contact. Okay. So I'm trying to create a contact information or a contact group. So here you can create contact. You can click to create a contact. If you are doing as an independent way, one by one. Otherwise, you can import the contact. Okay, import the contact. You can put a label, new class or FTP. You put a label. Then you can select a file of CSV or VCAT file to import multiple contacts. So how to do that? Google itself gives the information regarding that. So how to do that? You can click on this particular link to get the information regarding how to do. See? Otherwise, I'll do one thing. I'll straight away send you an example file so that using which you can understand how to create, how to do that. Okay, I'll straight away send you an example file. All of you could see that contacts page. Google Contacts.
Screen sharing stopped, sir.
Umesh sir, your
Okay.
screen is not visible, sir.
Yeah. I stopped that to send you a file. I'll
Okay,
right
sir.
away do that.
Okay, sir.
I'll send you a file. Okay. Because I already have a file, but I need to do some change on that. 1 second. Okay. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to go to this page, contacts. Either you can write straight away. I told you to remember the names, so that will be very easy. That is a straightforward name for URL for every Google Apps. So if you need to access contacts, just type contacts.google.com. You need not search and find and click and do that. You straight away go to the particular way, so that will be very, very beneficial for you, very useful for you. Otherwise, you need to sit and type all these things. Okay. Then I'll do one thing. For easiness, you also get this information from the Google Calendar. I mean, Google website or Google blogs. But I am straight away sending a sample kind of Excel file, so that how you can import a particular set of contacts to your Google Contacts. This will work for your Android mobile also, so that you can get the same information or same data in the Android mobile straight away. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll send you the particular contact thing. Okay, you can download this particular template. This is a template. Okay, by clicking on the link, you will get a CSV file. This CSV file contains some name. This is a dummy name. Okay, and dummy email. Dummy email. I think all of you are able to view that. This contains a dummy name and dummy email. The nice idea is, if you do like this, you can also get the same information to the Android phone that you already have with the same Gmail account. Okay, with the same Gmail synchronization, this will automatically synchronize to a Gmail account. I mean, your Android account also. So I'm telling how to manage. You have 82 students in a classroom. You have to invite all these 82 students right away and send update information about your Google Classroom or Google Meet. So how will you do that? So first of all, we have this contact. So after that, when you have this contact, you can click on create contact. Okay, all of you able to download and have this file in your computer? Fine. So click on import contact, and now I am selecting or creating a label called FTP. Okay. After that, I select this file. Okay, the CSV file. Then I import. So after I import, I got this person. I mean, I got this particular names. Okay, so this is there in the FTP group. Okay, clear? Please do it, otherwise you will forget it. So in this mode, you can also edit. Okay, you can edit by clicking, double clicking. You can edit the name, email, and you can give say some phone number. If you have, you can also give some phone number. You can straight away use the that CSV file and modify the CSV file to put the essential information. I just use this Google CSV file to store the name and email ID only. But if you wish to store the phone number, job title, company, etc., that can be done. This is general template of a Google contact. So I have an FTP group. This has 64 rows. Actually, I deleted all this row to show you. Okay. So actually 64 rows are there, but I just put 10 names, randomly 10 names, and these email IDs won't work. So after this particular session, you can delete this group. Okay. You can delete this all information. So if you click on delete this label, you can delete all these groups. Actually, CSV file can be created by using your favorite Excel file only, Excel software only. Okay, in Excel software, you can just save as CSV. Okay, this is available in the Google standard Google website and blog. This kind of template, but I just use this template to show you how you do this kind of thing. Okay, so if you do that, you received a FTP group, and this FTP group has this many person. Okay, this many person. Actually, there are 63, but we only have 10 names. I have blank kind of things. You can also add this blank kind of values. You can edit and give name and thing, but that is not necessary. But we just have a sample of this thing. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of this thing? So eventually, if you do this, your Google contacts in the mobile phone itself, mobile phone also having the same data. Okay. So at the point of time, this is the first thing that you do in a classroom. Okay. This is the first thing that you do in a classroom. While you start a particular program and particular course, you collect email ID and phone number of all students and create a contact. Okay, and label this contact actually based on the course name for your batch, BTech first year or BSc third year, 2021. You can name like that. So this is the first thing that we do by using Google Contacts. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can proceed, right? So after this, what you can do is you can go to Google Calendar. Okay, Google Calendar. I will stop the screen and share the calendar screen. Click on Google Calendar. Click on Google Calendar. So that will take you to a page like this. Okay, that will take to a page like this. Okay, just remove this. Okay, you will be getting a page like this, right? Now tomorrow by 9 a.m. you wish to conduct a Google Meet. Tomorrow all of you have conducted Google Meet, but that is not a I think a new thing for you. But how you can do it more effective way, more useful way, I'm trying to tell that. So tomorrow by 9 a.m. you can schedule a Google Meet. So click on the 9 a.m. Okay, so you can put a title, class 1. First class. And add a Google Meet video conferencing. Okay. Then save it. Up to this is very common, right? Now you can double click on this particular page and particular link. Okay, you'll be seeing more information on this. Here you can add guest. Okay, you can add guest. Here you just type FDP. I think this is not synchronized for my particular PC. Wait a minute. Because it is not right email ID, it is not occurring like this. Otherwise, if you write FTP, you'll be having that names. Let me discard and do one more way. Okay, just delete this and use F. Okay, leave it. So actually, if it is a correct email ID, you'll be having this group in this particular page. I'm having some problem. Let me try to refresh this page because my contacts was not saved. So are you people getting the same thing? Or not? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Umesh sir, please repeat, sir. Please
Okay,
repeat.
okay. So I'll do once again. I'll do once again. I have contacts. I have imported the contacts with a label, say FTP new or session 1. Okay. Then with this name, with this label, I created multiple contacts with a CSV file. I created multiple contacts with a CSV file and I imported this to CSV file. Fine. Fine. This is being done. Then we can go to Google Calendar. Google Calendar. Okay. Then go to Google Calendar. Then create a double tap and create a section like this. Now on this, write FDP01. Okay. In this you can find the names which is listed. Okay. Which is listed. You need not write this name again and again. Write enter your email ID, enter the student's email ID again and again. But in this group, right away, it will be loaded. Okay, right away it will be loaded. Okay, then if you write a Google Meet, if you write a title for Google Meet, classroom 1, and then if you are taking the class in every Monday, okay, on say every Tuesday, you can write like that. Okay, weekly on Tuesday. Most of the time the timetable will be weekly, so you need to put 5 such events scheduled and repeat with weekly on Tuesday. Okay, so that every day will cover. So first of all, you need to create a classroom like this, add contacts, guest details, then click on weekly on Tuesday. Otherwise, it will happen monthly once, monthly on the first Tuesday, or annually, or you can even customly, you can select. You can customly repeat once in 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, Tuesday, never, or after 13 occurrences, etc., you can schedule. Okay, are you getting this? Are you getting this result?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you can schedule a Google Meet classroom like very easily and effectively. If you are having 3 different classrooms, 3 different courses or branches, you can have 3 different names for this kind of contact. Okay, 3 different names like FTP01, FTP02, FTP03. So based on that, you can click on whichever is required, which particular class is required to hold in which time. You can schedule this on Google Calendar so that it will work for that time. So once you press on save, it will ask, would you like to send invitation email to Google Calendar guest? Since this email are not, I randomly put names and email address is not verified. Don't send that because it will be going to someone else. So please don't click on send. If it is a correct email ID and kind of things, information, you just click on send. Every student will receive notification regarding this particular class. And nice thing is, this will add to their calendar also. Whom we are inviting, this particular information will be added to their calendar also, so that they'll also get notification 10 minutes before this particular class. Also, you can add description regarding the class and thing. Okay, this is a class regarding online tools. Okay. So ultimately, after doing all this thing, you can save this. Okay.
Excuse me,
Yes, please.
can you change the screen? It's still in contact screen.
Okay. Okay, sorry. So after you all do all this editing, you can save this. I removed all the emails. I just put my email only because otherwise it will send to someone else. Okay. Once you are ready and you put all the email address ready, then you save this, and it will ask, it will prompt you information like can I send invitation email to Google Calendar guest? Then send, click on send, it will send the data. And the nice thing is, after a month, you need to know at what time you took class for which class. You just click on this particular thing. So it will give you every information regarding the particular classroom and what is the content of the classroom. I just put regarding online tools. It will show that what time and who are the guests and who have readily attended the meeting. That will be given as a tick. Okay. Also, you can customize a notification. I just put 30 minutes before the particular event. You can also edit that. Every time you can edit this, and maybe notification time you can change. Okay, change say 10 minutes before. You just need 10 minutes before notification. That will give you 10 minutes before notification. Not only you, but also the participant who are attending this particular event will be getting a notification. Also, a RSVPs will be sent by default. Okay. Okay. Also, you can write note to guest. Fine. These all capabilities are there. Apart from this, just inviting or just sending a Google Meet link to some student group, you can do all these things for effective way of communication. Okay. So the nice thing is, even if you do all these things, that will be there in your calendar. You can go back to your calendar and find whatever classes were conducted at what time. If you need to make some report also, that will be there. Okay. So this is all about creating a calendar and creating a contact and creating a calendar and how to invite these students to the particular class by using Google Calendar. Hope this is clear. Okay, recorded session will be shared so that you can practice this more on like free time. So I request all of you to at least do once. Otherwise, you are not familiar with this ecosystem. I mean the system, so that you'll be getting. If you are getting some error, you can right away tell. Okay. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll proceed forward with some other tools. Say, I'll quickly go to the Google Docs and Sheets, etc. That is, after that, after the break, we can go to the Google Forms. Okay, so let us go to the Google Docs. Okay, so this is a documentation system by the Google platform itself. Simple, straightforward system. So here you can start a new document. Click on Node document to start a new document. So whenever you create a document, it will be having a kind of view like this, as if you are using a Microsoft Word document. All the capabilities of Microsoft Word are included in the Google Doc also, except some mail merging and other capabilities. Okay. So this is how you can open a document. This is run on not on your computer. This is run on cloud, so that you can give name to this document. And first of all, after you type or do something, and immediately after this, you can see that this has been saved to the drive. Okay, this has been saved to the drive. Okay, so need not worry about missing of information, or sometimes your computer may restart or your internet may disrupt. Up to that time, your document will be most often saved. So the capacities of this is like you can do most of the documentation kind of thing by using this Google document platform. I need not explain this thing, but I'll just explain some capabilities which most often people are not being used. So first of all, one thing is you can present this particular tab to this meeting. This is a new capability. Immediately after the share, immediately after left to the share button, you can see present to a meetings link. So click on that link. Okay, so right away I am in this particular meeting. So if you need to present this tab to the meeting, click on present this tab to the meeting. From document itself, you can go in the other way. Okay, here information will be there. This will take over UP TechSpace as a main presenter. Okay, it will take over the existing presentation. So if you click, then I can share this. So what is the difference between sharing a tab and starting from that particular tab to present the Google Meet? There is a subtle difference. The main difference is if you do like this, you will be more protected. There is no vulnerability. Otherwise, if you sometimes if you do something else from your computer, otherwise if you minimize the screen, present everything will be shown to all the participants who are attending the meeting. So if you are very key to that, you can just share this presentation tab. Okay, if you need to just share this document or presentation, you can go for this particular link. So this reduces the vulnerability. So it will only share your particular screen or particular word interface, the doc interface only, not even particular tab. Okay. So that is a nice thing. Here you can also see what is being shared. You are presenting this tab to everyone. Okay. If you finish this, you can stop presenting this tab. And another thing is comment history. Okay, you can also comment. Okay, you can add a comment. See, this is a new word. Or please delete this word. You are saying this to a student. So you can comment. Okay. So some other people can collaboratively do that. I will share this particular document. I'll share this particular document. Now, some of you can edit this document. Okay. Some of you can edit this document and comment. Some of you, if you can comment this, write a line and comment. This is the line that we did. Yes, there are people who are editing these documents. You can see the screen itself. People are increasing number of people are there, right? So some of you can write a line on this particular document. Okay, many people open this particular document. Most of them are anonymous because I didn't share this via email. So most of them are anonymous. I'll change this to commenter or editor. Otherwise, you cannot edit this. Okay, I'll change this to editor. So now you can type. Now all of you can type. Are you able to type on this particular document? Yes, please type now.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
So ask Warner to be an editor.
Yeah.
You can type now. I can type my message there.
Yeah, you can type in message there.
But here it says ask Warner to be an editor. No.
No, I changed the particular permission, and now you can do that.
I can type in.
Yes. Yeah. People have typed.
Then send, no, sir. Then send.
Yeah, people have typed.
Okay.
Yes, now you're getting result, right?
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now you can stop the screen. Okay, fine. Great. Okay, this is a collaborative kind of editing. So Shihabuddin, I can edit this. I can comment. I can comment. Hi.
Umesh sir, share the screen, sir, please.
Okay, I am sharing that, but I think I'll redo that. Okay. Now you are getting right?
Yes.
Yes. This is a collaborative way of editing. See how beautiful it is. Even for a meeting, you can share a particular document and right away you can edit. If there are 5 or 6 team members, all of you can edit and comment on this, right? This is the important way what we can use the cloud document. See, people are editing that. Okay, fine. This can be done for the presentation also. Okay, you can do the same thing on Google Slides also. Another important capability is you can do add-ons. Okay, so if you need to insert math equations, you can click on edit math equation. Before that, I will show you how to install add-ons. So click on get add-ons. Click on get add-ons. So type math equations. Click on math equations. So here you can go for the particular thing which is most rated. Okay, more people used or most rated. So let us insert equation editor ++ or something else like this. So I insert this. So click on install. It will ask for some permission. So You just give the permission. Okay, hello. So equation editor plus plus is now installed. Okay, installed in your particular Google Doc. Okay, now I can go to add-ons. So click on equation editor plus plus. It will take a bit time to load. Okay. I think this doesn't have x square plus 2x plus 3. So insert. I can insert x square plus, I'm deleting now. I insert this equation to document. See, x square plus 2x plus 3. So this came as an equation, right? You have to write that in the equation editor screen. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Yes.
how can we get that equation editor screen, sir? Can you repeat? I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay. Go to add-ons.
Okay, sir.
If you are successfully installed this add-on, it will be listed in the bottom. Otherwise, go to get or add-ons.
Okay, okay, sir.
Otherwise,
Equation editor.
yeah. So equation editor plus plus.
Okay,
That will take you to the
add-on.
yeah.
Okay, fine, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. There are many. Okay, there are many such equation kind of thing. So just go to the help page and how to write this kind of equation. You just spend a couple of time or some time to learn that. And once you learn this, you can directly use this. Otherwise, there are many equation add-ons. I think you have LaTeX class in the pipeline. So there are LaTeX editors so that you can use the LaTeX equations, type the LaTeX equation and insert that into Google document. The other way, it is very similar, very same. Okay, most of the people will be asking. I also used to take LaTeX workshops. In the LaTeX workshop, most people we used to ask that how to insert a LaTeX equation into a Word kind of environment. For that, you can use this kind of add-ons. Okay, these add-ons will be very useful for inserting equations.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So there are many add-ons, document add-ons. Click on the document add-ons. You'll be getting different document add-ons that are available or installed in your particular machine or a particular environment, particular Google space. And if you need to know more add-ons, you can click on get add-ons and select the category doc. Here doc to form, doc to doc appender, etc., PDF sign, etc. You can see that. Okay, EC bibliography. There are large number of such add-ons that are available. Okay, it is not like you need to know all the add-ons, but if you have some requirement, okay, if you have some requirement, you just have that add-on to your particular space and use that. Okay, and use that. Also, you can remove after use. You can remove the add-on if you don't wish to keep that yourself. You can remove the add-ons and keep it away. Okay, I installed one more add-on which is called diagrams. Okay, diagram for .NET. So you can insert diagrams. Okay, how to insert a particular diagram, you can see that. How to insert a particular diagram. It is taking some time. I hope it has crashed.
Sorry to disturb you, sir.
Yes, please.
Once this diagram add-ons, once we use it,
Yeah.
and if we want to cut, copy, paste, and we want to place it on the PowerPoint, is
Yeah.
it feasible?
Yeah, definitely. That is actually possible because we are using a same kind of environment, right? I will show you how to place this into a presentation. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Umesh sir.
Yes.
Umesh sir, AB here.
Sir.
Let me make one small comment, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we are all teachers, so whenever a doubt comes, please do ask. Ma'am was asking, I am going to disturb the presentation or something. Don't feel like that. Please do ask so that we'll be in a position to clarify. Okay, then, thank you.
I actually told we are all peer learning system. That is not a teacher learning kind of mode. So,
yes, sir. We are all teachers.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Use the liberty to ask questions.
Yes, sir.
For example, see, I have an equation here. Okay, I have an equation. I will type another equation here. Okay, another equation here. Add-ons, equation editor ++. I type an equation. X cube plus 5x minus 9 equal to 0. So make some. If you need to have more clarity image, you have to increase the DPI. You can increase the font size also if you wish to. Then after that you can insert the equation. So I inserted the equation into the Google document. Okay. Now let me place this particular equation to a PowerPoint. The same equation, I have opened another PowerPoint. Okay, I have opened another PowerPoint here. You can see that. So now I am just pasting by Control V. Okay, ma'am, does it answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can just paste this.
Yeah, thanks.
Otherwise, another nice thing is, if you have installed, you can also see the same equation editor in the presentation mode also. See, equation editor ++. Here also you can do the same thing. Once you install that particular app into a Google space, any Google document contains the same add-ons. So you can use the same add-on into interchangeably. Okay. I think rest of all, you know everything like editing, inserting, etc. You know the other all document kind of thing. Presentation, you have insert image, text box, video, shape, etc. I'm not explaining that. You just explore and learn the things. Okay. Another important thing is how to share this particular document. Even a teacher who is having sufficient computer science knowledge may not able to share the document correctly. So I am showing that. Click on share, give some name. Okay, so the naming convention is you should have a name which is readable also, which contains enough information about the particular document. I just give my PPT. So click on get link. So click on the restricted tab. Okay, so there are two ways. One is you can add people. If you know the email address, you can add the people, add the person here. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't know the email ID and if you are going to share a link, so click on get link. Okay. Then make sure that you made tick to anyone with a link. Make sure that you tick this particular option, anyone with a link. Then copy that link, then share it. There are two ways. One is you can just right away share to a particular person's email account. Other, if you don't know the account, or if you wish to share via WhatsApp, you can go to this get link. Make sure that anyone with a link. So click the, also here you can send as a viewer, commentator, editor. So if you need to give full options that we did in the later sense, I mean in the previous example, we have done that for Google Doc. You can either click on commenter editor. If you give editor, you are giving full privileges to the user. Otherwise, you can have viewer or commenter. Viewer can only view the document, and commenter can only comment. You cannot edit or change the document. You can only comment the document. Okay, there are different templates are available for this particular presentation. These slides are not only for the presentation. You can make certificates or you can make posters by using this Google Slides. So make sure that you have sufficient explore. You have explored enough to the Google Slides. Okay. Nowadays, people are using this particular Google Slide to make different kind of presentation or even posters and banners, etc. Okay. So this is all about Google Doc. So we have covered Google Calendar, Google Contacts, Google Docs, and Google Slides. Okay. Now, yeah, this is the Google Slide. Google Slide we can receive by just making this kind of, just click on your Gmail or any Google account, click on the 9 dots, go to bottom. Okay, go to bottom. Take any of your Google account. Click
sir,
on.
Please share screen,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah. It is coming. It is coming. Yeah. Take any Google account. Okay. So click on 9 dots. Go to the slide option. So the time is 5:30. Either we can continue after break, or I am also ready to take continuous session so that we can break at 7. Ebi sir, what we do?
That's what the participants will have to tell. The people who are hearing, I think they are highly interested in all those things. I can see almost 88 to 90 people over here. So you can continue the session, sir. Gautam Naskar sir is telling. Gautam Naskar sir is telling that you can continue the session.
Okay.
What about others?
Yeah, please comment. Please comment.
Please,
sir, break will be fine, sir.
Break is needed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Half an hour break.
Okay, then, sir, there is one more option. Why can't we make it a short break instead of, instead of a 30 minutes break, you can have it some 5 or 10 minutes break?
Yeah. That would be nice. That will accommodate. That will accommodate. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
So, yeah, we can have a 10 minutes break and we'll come back at maybe, after 10 minutes, right?
Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
See you all.
Yeah.
feedback link for this session, sir?
Feedback will be given at the end. At the end. At the
Okay,
end.
attendance link, sir.
Attendance link already shared, sir.
Sir, just now I went outside. I am the person who told actually half an hour break when you asked.
Okay.
So now my inbox shows it's empty.
Oh, your inbox. Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It will be shared. Yeah.
Yeah, now I got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you send the attendance link
Divya ma'am.
once again? Sir, can
Divya
you
ma'am,
send the
please.
attendance?
Nitin sir, please share the attendance link once again. Divya ma'am would like to have it.
Yes, sir. It's
Nitin,
in
sir?
the message. Yes, sir. It's already in the message.
Okay. Divya ma'am, please look at the message.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Yeah.
Sir, was there any attendance link for the morning session?
Yes, madam, that is over. You will not be able to give attendance because were you not available in the other session?
Yeah, I was available, but attendance link didn't come, no, sir.
You missed
Only
it.
feedback
No,
link.
it was shared. It was shared. Nitin sir, you shared that, isn't it so?
Sir, I was also attended. I didn't get the link.
Sir,
only feedback link was shared, sir. Attendance for this session kind of link
one
didn't
second.
come.
Let me clarify. Nitin sir.
Yes, sir. I'm
Sir, same here, sir.
The session before. The session before.
Morning session, but attendance was not there.
One sec. Nitin sir, we have shared this thing, right? The morning link.
Actually, we are collecting the attendance for the training sessions from this training session from the 4 p.m. Actually, for the inauguration session, we have the backup attendance from the automatic, which is created by the Google Meet itself. But we are counting the attendance from this training session only. From this 4 p.m.
Now,
from today.
I'm asking about the first session, right? The session, Umesh sir session. The session before.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
this is the first session, right? Okay. Whatever is coming up is the second session, right? Okay. This will be the first session, ma'am. What you're talking about the morning session? We have only 3 sessions. We have only 3 sessions. The first session was the inauguration. The second session was taken by Umesh sir. That attendance link that you are having. One more session is going to come up, and at the end of that, we'll be having the next attendance session. Is it clear,
Okay,
sir?
sir? I was actually asking about inauguration only. Thank you.
Inauguration is okay, ma'am. That's not mandatory. The other attendance only we'll be adding.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We'll be adding only session attendance. We'll not be adding introduction and valedictory attendance. Nitin sir, can you share the attendance link once again?